your hats, wave your purses, heck, wave your kids, we don't care. Wave something in the air. Let these drivers know that you appreciate them as they come by you down the front straightaway. Get on your feet, Devil's Ball.
Mark Johnson in row number 1. Bobby Varin, the winner here in June, and Frank Hoard III, who had a dominant performance in his heat race. Demetrios Drellos and Matt Pupello. Here we go!
To turn number 1, Jeremy Wilder, right around the bottom of the racetrack. Mark Johnson up the hill. He's going to lose the spot. No, able to hang on to third. Bobby Varin right there in second, around the bottom of the racetrack. Up the hill goes Jeremy Wilder.
One lap in the books, 29 ground-pounding modifieds make their way around the half mile. Up front, it's the same two cars that were up front in June. They're doing it again in July. Bobby Varin on the bottom, Jeremy Wilder on the top, side by side at a turn 4. Varin trying to take the lead, but it's Wilder at lap 2.
Off of turn number 2 now. Wilder trying to get away. Varin, big run down the back straightaway. Into turn number 3. Varin looked like he'd lost it all off of turn number 2. Able to gather it up and go. Wilder, big run now to turn number 1. Side by side for the top spot. Varin on the bottom. Wilder on the top. Mark Johnson continues in third, but he is losing ground steadily.
C.G. Morey making big moves in traffic as he battles in the back half of the top 10. Ryan McLean to pit road in the 14, but keep your eye on the other 14. C.G. Morey, the Crash Palace entry, running in about 9th place, but moving steadily through the field. Up front, Bobby Varin in the lead now in the 76. Wilder on the outside, just cannot hang on to it. Varin with a slide job out of turn 4.
Wilder looking for the crossover, couldn't make it work. Varin down on the bottom of the racetrack. Wilder loves that top side. Digs in deep down off turn number 2. Can't quite get the spot. Further back.
Well, one car around in turn 2. It's Jack Lehner in car number 2. Todd Morey makes evasive maneuvers to avoid him, and only one car involved. That's a lucky thing, as Jack Lehner was running at about 12th place when he spun the car around right in the face of the field, and everybody scattered to avoid him. We go yellow for the first time on lap 5.
Big time evasive action on the part of the racetrack. Pulls to pit road.
Well, we need to get the 50-50 sellers back in because we've only got one race after this.
We got it. They're all counted up, and we got 87 laps.
So here we go. Bobby Varin on the inside. Jeremy Wilder on the outside. Race is in their hands now. Bobby Bigelow set to turn him loose off turn number 4. Mark Johnson inside row number 2. Green flag flies. Here we go. Bobby Varin gets the jump down into turn number 1. Varin out in front. Wilder battling back on the high side. Mark Johnson now on the bottom has a nice run. He'll work to the inside on Wilder. Side by side for the 3rd spot as they battle behind Bobby Varin. Wilder able to get clear now. The battle now is for 3rd on back. Bobby Varin opening up the gap now. In second, Jeremy Wilder. Mark Johnson in 3rd. Good battle there for 4th, Demetrios Drellos. He's got the spot. Rocky Warner works to the inside now. The Flying Squirrel, Rocky Warner, works his way to 4th. Now the 69, Randy Green goes to work on Drellos. Kenny Tremont and Jeseey Mueller right there as well, as the cream is starting to rise to the top. Bobby Varin out in front, all by himself. Jeremy Wilder in 2nd. Mark Johnson has got a battle on his hands now, as Rocky Warner is running him down 3 wide off turn number 4. Everybody able to get away.
What a move by Jeseey Mueller and Kenny Tremont. And give credit to Randy Green in the 69. They were in not enough room for 3 cars, and they made it work somehow. Coming around turn 4, Mueller trying to work the outside lane, but Tremont will hold him off. 1 car in trouble at the top of turn 4. That's the 15 of Adam Pierson, and we'll have a yellow flag. Pierson comes to rest in the Moonlight Auto Repair, number 15 at the top of turn 4.
Tough break there. Pierson fires it up. He will move away.
Flat left front tire on the 15 car.
There's some guys, you know, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th that are pretty quick, but I think Varin right now is the quickest on the racetrack. But we showed in June that that's not necessarily the way you want to be.
Andy, look at row number 3, Drellos and Tremont after their olive branch meeting. Let's see if they really meant it. Here we go, 10 laps in, 57 remaining, back to green. The 76 of Varin, the 22 of Wilder, but all eyes on the 3rd row. Drellos and Tremont running side by side cleanly through 3 and 4. Oh, Tremont way up in the air, and look at, holy cow, the 69 of Randy Green just made an amazing move right up the middle of the racetrack.
This thing is getting absolutely insane for about the 4th spot. Now starting to settle out. Jeseey Mueller pushing cars through the corners as Mark Johnson will settle into 3rd, Drellos in 4th, Pupello in 5th there in the 1.
Front stretch. Matt Brian Whittemore, Jack Lehner, Vince Quennville. We got big problems over on the front stretch. At least 1 car upside down, if not 2.
I don't know that anybody's upside down.
There is 1 car underneath the 36 of Brian Whittemore on its roof. Matt Pupello is in there. Vince Quennville going to try and drive out of the mess and get out of the way for the safety crew.
Red flag is out, folks.
That may be Jack Lehner on his lid over there. And that is Jack Lehner, and he's out of the car, and he's all right. How about a round of applause for Jack Lehner?
That is good news. That was an ugly, ugly situation.
Matt Pupello got his rear tires lifted off the ground by somebody. I'm not quite sure who it was. Jack Lehner got turned sideways as Matt Pupello sat in the backwards in the racetrack, and Brian Whittemore had nowhere to go, and holy cow, it all came apart.
Yeah, these guys are being whatever the opposite of patient is. There was a battle there for about 4th on back with Drellos and Jeseey Mueller and Green in the 69, and there were a couple other cars in that deal, and those guys were beating the heck out of each other for 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th.
The move that Randy Green made in that 69 about 2 laps ago, unbelievable. I mean, it was surgical.
He saved about 3 race cars.
Yeah, he really did, and holy cow, I can't believe, like you said, how hard they're racing. There's still 55 laps to go in this thing.
This is a 67-lap main event, and you'd think we were on lap 64. It's crazy how hard these guys are racing.
Brian Whittemore walking away in the 36. Oh, boy. How about a round of applause for Whit, one of the great veterans here at Devil's Bowl Speedway, and that thing is all torn up. I'm not sure that Whittemore's car got upside down. I don't believe it did, but it
did not,
it sure looks like it did.
Yeah.
Matt Pupello in the 42 got very torn up. And it goes without saying that the 2 of Jack Lehner in serious trouble over there.
Yeah, I got to think he's done for the night.
got the 36 and the 2 off into the pits. Now they'll hook up onto the 42 Pupello, and barring any major cleanup, we should be ready to go, although there is fluid over there. I can see it all over the racetrack, so it's weird to see speedy litter, or speedy dry, kitty litter, whatever you want to call it.
You don't see it very often on a dirt track. This is really unusual.
Deep inside, no matter where you're from, you just can't hide it.
I think before they hook to the 42, they're goofy.
Oh, this is going to be bad.
It's already goofy. It's
We're
get
3
stupid.
wide under. Oh,
yeah,
geez,
no, they just
come on.
Yeah. Well, Floyd Billington's going to get the boot from the race here. They're going to send the 30 of Floyd Billington to pit road right now, since he doesn't want to listen to anybody else, and maybe he'll listen to a black
He's
flag.
supposed to have a receiver in that car. He's supposed to have a device so he can hear race control.
Well, whether he's got one or not, he's not listening to it.
Right.
And they're going to send Bobby Bigelow right down onto the racetrack with a black flag. Well, no, maybe not. Yeah, they got Dave Ward down there in turn 1. They'll tell him. Black flag for the 30 of Floyd Billington. Now let's see if he listens to that. And they're going to tell Dave Ward, the official, to get the 30 off the racetrack. And now Floyd says, well, what'd I do wrong? Isn't that how that...
Well, the first thing you did was you didn't have a working receiver.
Or maybe not a working set of ears? I'm not sure.
You gotta go to the pits. Come on, go, Jeff.
They're telling Floyd, you don't have a working receiver, you can't be out there, because that's how we run the show. Oh, now. All right. Message delivered, and it looks like it was finally received. All right.
Can we go racing now, please?
I was ready a few laps ago.
Pretty please.
Yeah. Let's try it again here. Bobby Varin and Jeremy Wilder in the front row. Marc Johnson and Demetrios Drellos. Rocky Warner in the 1J and the 55 of Brett Haas. That's your top 6. Check that. That's the 69 of Randy Green in 6th place. Then Jeseey Mueller and C.G. Morey. Here we go. Everybody makes it down the front chute. Everybody through 1 and 2. Everybody down the back chute. And it's Bobby Varin out front in the PALMER'S Service Center number 76. Jeremy Wilder running in 2nd spot. 3rd place now, Rocky Warner in the Jake Spraker used cars, number 1J up to 3rd. A great restart for Rocky Warner. Marc Johnson 4th in the 3J. Jeseey Mueller out of nowhere up to 5th now in the 19 car. Mueller on a roll now. And here comes Billington back from pit road to the 30.
Out in front, Bobby Varin in the 76, trying to run away and hide. Jeremy Wilder trying to keep in touch in 2nd. 3rd is Rocky Warner in the 1 car. Marc Johnson. Jeseey Mueller rounds out the top 5. Demetrios Drellos and Green in the 69 battle for 6. Green will lose the spot. Drellos to 6th on his own. Here comes C.G. Morey in the wall and time trials, trying to crack the top 5 now. C.G. Morey is on the move.
At his home track, C.G. Morey having his best run of the season in the Crash Palace, number 14, well inside the top 10, working on Randy Green now. Up front, Bobby Varin pulling away as he is dispatched in the lap car of Floyd Billington. Jeremy Wilder all by himself in 2nd in the 22J. 3rd is Rocky Warner, 4th, Marc Johnson. Jeseey Mueller running 5th in the 19, then it's Demetrios Drellos, Morey, Green, Tremont, and the 55 of Brett Haas, your top 10. Todd Ronca with a big move in turn 3.
Keep in mind that red and white, number 30, with the yellow numbers, that car, he is laps down. He had to go to the pits, did not have a working receiver. He is back out on the racetrack, but he is laps down. He is not in 3rd. as Varin and Wilder trying to run away and hide. Rocky Warner works to the inside on Billington now, as Billington continues to fall back through the field, laps down.
The man on the move right now is the 7 of Don Ronca, the 3-time Devil's Bowl Speedway champion. On the outside, sails it into turn 3. Around the outside of Kenny Tremont. Don Ronca is absolutely driving the wheels off that thing right now. Ronca working on Tremont. Brett Haas trying to reel Ronca back in now. Good battle ahead of them as Green and Morey continue to run for 7th and 8th place. Green on the outside in the 69. 14 of Morey fighting back on the bottom now.
Here comes Rocky Warner in the 1. Warner moves in on Jeremy Wilder. That's the battle for the 2nd position. Jeremy Wilder's got it. Rocky Warner trying to take it away. Behind them, Mark Johnson runs in 4th. Jeseey Mueller rounds out the top 5. Demetrios Drellos in the 111. C.G. Morey, Randy Green, Kenny Tremont, and Don Ronca continue to run in the top 5 as we work our way towards halfway.
Bobby Varin making his way through lap traffic as the back markers begin to filter their way back to him. Jeff Washburn down a lap. Nathan Johnson down a lap. Next up will be Adam Pierson in the 15, who has just had a forgettable night. Frank Hoard Jr. in the 78H in front of Pierson, then Jimmy Ryan and Billy Lussier. Behind them, 3 wide with lap traffic is Warner in the 1J. Squeezes through on the bottom. Jeremy Wilder in the middle in the 22 as they both got underneath the 5J of Nathan Johnson. As the J cars go at it, 1J, 22J, and 5J. Rocky Warner comes away with 2nd spot, and now he'll try and track down the leader, who is a full straightaway ahead with 2 lap cars between him.
Bobby Varin putting cars a lap down. Adam Pierson next in his sights. He's put Frank Hoard a lap down. Jeff Washburn's a lap down. Nathan Johnson is a lap down. As down into turn number 3, Adam Pierson is the next to fall victim to a torrid pace being set by Bobby Varin in that 76 car. Jeremy Wilder in 3rd as Rocky Warner has gotten around. Warner in that 1 car, just about a straightaway behind Varin. Then it's Jeremy Wilder. Mark Johnson in 4th as caution is out. We've got one stopped here off turn number 4. Looks like Don Ronca in car number 7, the former Devil's Bowl champ, comes to a stop over in turn number 4.
Well, Ronca was racing like a house of fire a few laps ago, but apparently it's all over for Don Ronca. And the 18 of Jeff Washburn goes to pit road as well under this yellow flag with 40 laps remaining. Jeseey Mueller to pit road in the 19 car. Oh, that's a tough break for one of the top drivers on the King of Dirt Tour. Out of it in the 30 car. They've been begging isn't the right word, demanding that he follow directions over the receiver radio, and he is just not doing it. So Floyd Billington done for the night in car number 30. There is one-way communication from the race control tower to each and every driver. So overall, and only 14 points behind, or check that, 18 points behind Bobby Varin, the point leader. But Mueller's got a chance to take the mini-series championship here at Devil's Bowl if he can rebound here and catch the 111 of Demetrios Drellos and stay within earshot of him. There's another race planned on Labor Day weekend, but Mueller's got a long way to go ahead of him. Here's Marty Kelly back in the 21 car, so we're back up to 18 cars now. Varin has a new dancing partner with Rocky Warner. Big jump that time. They're not going to let it go, and they'll wave off that restart. Frank Hoard Jr. back in the 78H as Bobby Varin and Rocky Warner have been warned that they have to be together. There's a restart cone over at the bottom of turn 4 that the drivers can see on top of the wall. It's hard to see from where we're at, but they've got a clear, crystal clear view of it. Much better that time. And we'll go back to green.
Side by side for the top spot as they head down the back straightaway now. Here comes Jeremy Wilder on the bottom. Varin out in front, Wilder on the inside for second. Wilder will take. Oh, Wilder gets all crossed up off turn number 4. Able to hang on, but loses a couple of spots. Things getting wild and crazy at the front once again. Bobby Varin able to check out now. Rocky Warner in second. Demetrios Drellos in third. Jeremy Wilder fourth. And Mark Johnson continues in the top 5 as Randy Green works his way up into the 6th position now. C.G. Morey, a nice run going in 7th. In 8th, car number 55, that is Brett Haas. Haas in that 55 machine. Then it is Kenny Tremont and Allison Ricci in the 55. But at the front of the field, Bobby Varin, as he's done all night long, he is driving away.
Rocky Warner in the 1J can only sit back and watch, and now he's got company with Demetrios Drellos in the 111. Drellos in the Gatorworks number 111 car up to 3rd and looking for more. He is all over Rocky Warner. Good battle for 4th place. Well, not anymore. Here's Mark Johnson taking the spot away as Jeremy Wilder begins to fall through the field. Jimmy Ryan in trouble. The 60 car will go to pit road. Randy Green in the 69 in 6th place, having a great run all night long. The 14 of C.G. Morey continues to run well. Great battle for 2nd spot as Drellos got into the back bumper of Rocky Warner momentarily. They sorted out. Warner regroups and he'll hold on to 2nd spot. But here comes Drellos one more time in the 111.
Drellos not afraid to get physical for that 2nd spot. Pokes the nose alongside Warner, can't do anything with it. Oh, we've got one around here on the front straightaway. Car number 19, that is Roger Henion. Roger Henion Jr. in the Interstate Batteries number 19 comes to a stop here on the front straightaway. Looks like everybody's going to file by. And he'll hopefully be able to refire that machine and continue on.
Jacked the brakes and got that car almost 90 degrees sideways. Somehow brought it back straight and only lost a couple of spots, but a nice piece of driving by the blonde bombshell. All right, we're 1 lap shy of halfway, and it'll be an official race here. Here we go, one more time. Varin and Warner stays right with him this time into turn 1. Rocky Warner on the outside lane cannot make it stick, and he'll have to fall right back in line behind Bobby Varin. But this time he's going to look on the inside over in turn 3. Nothing doing. Varin is just smooth as silk, and Bobby Varin will pull away from Rocky Warner.
Demetrios Drellos lost a spot on the restart. He's gained it back now as he works his way by Mark Johnson. Here comes Jeremy Wilder trying to work his way back towards the front. Brett Haas doing a nice job. He's moving forward now. Kenny Tremont up on the high side. He and C.G. Morey doing battle. Out in front, Bobby Varin doing as he's done on every restart, driving away. That 76 car absolutely on rails here tonight. Rocky Warner trying to figure out a way to stay in touch, but it is just not working. Demetrios Drellos in 3rd.
Best battle on the racetrack right now, the 55 of Brett Haas, the 22 of Jeremy Wilder. Give it to Brett Haas right now, the Lebanon Valley star in the 55 out of Massachusetts, and Wilder on the outside in the 22J, the Fonda Speedway driver. Not going his way this night as Brett Haas now works on the Randy Green car. Car number 69, Green in the top 5. Brett Haas wants to take the spot away, and the double nickel down the back chute has his nose underneath Randy Green, the Accord Speedway regular. Oh, Mark Johnson with a big bounce in turn 3. Johnson collects the 3J car, and that'll allow Brett Haas to get underneath the Green car. Great side-by-side racing. Oh, and Haas catches a rut over in turn 1 that time. Green back ahead of him on the back chute. Haas will regroup over in turn 3. Jeremy Wilder in trouble in turn 3. The 22 coming to rest, and we'll have a yellow flag.
Jeremy Wilder darn near comes to a stop at the top of turn number 3. Now drives away. Looks like he's going to head down pit road, so problems on the 22 car. Good racing deep in the long runs. But if Rocky Warner can pull the trigger at the right time, he may have what it takes to get around Bobby Varin and at least delay the progress a little bit here. Rocky Warner, you can see him right now testing the upside of the racetrack. He wants to know exactly where the edge of that cushion is because he wants to back it in right on top of that thing. Rocky Warner searching for grip out there and trying to psych himself up for the restart of his life right now. Bobby Varin has just been electric all night long,
And Rocky Warner already on the hammer. You can see it. He is just jacked up for this restart. On the green, here they go, and Bobby Varin schooled him that time. Bobby Varin absolutely schooled Rocky Warner. Warner drives it in deep, but Varin gets a run off the bottom. Drag race down the back chute into turn 3. Varin knows he's there. Rocky Warner on the outside lane. Varin's going to hold him off this time. Out of turn 4. Wow, what a crossover by Rocky Warner. And on the inside, gets into Varin over in turn 1. But Bobby Varin slams the door. Rocky Warner's going to have to settle into second spot. Oh, what a lap.
Big horsepower for Bobby Varin there is what got him that lead. Rocky Warner crossed him up off 4, had the spot, and Varin able to outdrag him down into turn number 1. Demetrios Drellos now settling into 3rd. He'll set his sights on Rocky Warner. Marc Johnson in 4th. Green in 5th. 6th, the CG Morey. Brett Haas in the 55. He and Allison Ricci going at it. Jeseey Mueller trying to work his way forward. I don't know why he went into the pits, but whatever Jeseey Mueller, whatever problem he had that led him to go to the pits, he still has that issue.
Battle for the top 5 position right now, and it's CG Morey in car number 14, the Crash Palace 14. Oh, Bobby Varin in trouble over in turn 2. Momentarily, Varin had a big problem over in turn 2, and here comes Rocky Warner. Varin may not be done having trouble yet in the 76. Rocky Warner is all over him. Bobby Varin may be in trouble here in the 76 car. Varin is just not looking as sporty as he was. We got yellow now. Nathan Johnson in the 5J.
Well, looks like Varin lost just a little tiny bit of the speed.
I almost think there may be a flat left. Is he going to stay out there and try to win the race, or is he going to go to pit road? This is where men become boys. No, I'm sorry, boys become men. What am I talking about? Bobby Varin in the 76 with $3,000 on the line. 500 of that put up by his own sponsor, Alton and Carol Palmer.
And he has been told, they have come across the receiver and told the drivers, they have told him that he has a flat left front if he wants to pit. We'll see if he chooses to or not. He was able to hold off Rocky Warner for 1 lap. I don't know if he can do it for the rest of this thing, though.
I think Bobby Varin knew full well that he had a flat left front tire, and he is going to stay out. Oh,
we don't need no stinking left front.
You saw Scott Bloomquist in a late model about a month ago win a race with the left front not even on the car. 23 laps.
Yeah.
23 laps.
23 laps.
And he'll either be a hero or a zero. Bobby Varin in the 76. And now Rocky Warner's got a little bit of drool coming out of the side of his mouth because he sees that $3,000 payday, and he's looking for his first big win in the Jake Spraker.
And what about Drellos right behind him?
Oh, man, no, it's anybody's race right now.
Oh, yeah.
And how about CG Morey in the top 5 in the Crash Palace 14? Unbelievable. Here they come. Bobby Varin on 3 wheels. Rocky Warner in the 1J. Back to green. Warner makes it stick on the outside. Here comes Varin fighting back on the bottom. 3 wheels and all. Bobby Varin on the inside in the 76, holding him off for now. Rocky Warner on the outside, but it's Varin. And here comes Drellos on the 111.
If that tire will stay on that car, Varin's got a shot at this thing. Here comes Drellos now. He'll take over second. CG Morey's up to 4th. But if Bobby Varin can keep the left front tire on the wheel, I think he's got a shot at this thing. The problem is if that wheel becomes separate, the tire becomes separated from the wheel, they do run beadlocks, so there's a pretty good shot it can happen. But here comes Drellos. Demetrios Drellos on the bottom into turn number 3. Varin tries to pinch him off. Nothing doing. Demetrios Drellos to the head of the class. He goes to the front in the Gatorworks number 111.
Demetrios Drellos, your new leader at lap 47. Bobby Varin can only sit back and watch it drive away. Although Varin is driving away from Rocky Warner still, and CG Morey up to 4th place now in the Crash Palace car. Randy Green in the 69 from Hoard Speedway, running in the top 5. Marc Johnson back to 6th. Jeseey Mueller has come to life now. The 19 car up into 7th place. 8th to Brett Haas. 9th to Allison Ricci as the 255 cars battle. And then Tim LaDuc, the top sportsman car, in 10th place.
Out in front, Demetrios Drellos driving away from Bobby Varin and Rocky Warner. C.J. Morey has worked his way back into the 4th position. Randy Green up into the 5th spot. Nice run for him. Mark Johnson is fading. He's back to 6th, feeling the heat from young Jeseey Mueller. Mueller now tries to work to the inside. Johnson blocks that move. Mueller doesn't get the drive off turn number 2. Johnson will hold on to the spot for now. Johnson way up the hill. That will open the door for Mueller as they make their way down the front straightaway. Mueller can't capitalize as Drellos is absolutely driving away. Yellow is out.
Yellow, debris, turn 3.
And there is debris on the high side of turn number 3.
Yeah, a big piece of debris. Looks like a crush panel or something off of a air chute or something. I mean, that's a huge piece of debris out there. I would guess maybe it came off the 3 of Mark Johnson, who's been racing that thing all mangled, all night, doing superhuman stuff right now.
54 up high on the big 5. 54 up high, LaDuc. 115 and 25.
Tim LaDuc, the top sportsman driver, in 10th place, looking for a $225 bonus. And right now, I think he's the only one left in the race who's still eligible for that. Well, no, Billy Lussier right behind him in the 25. Well, we'll see them settle it themselves. Green flag back in the air. With 16 laps to go, Drellos on the hammer, and now everybody is all over the 76. Oh, and it's coming apart. The 69 of Green out of the top 5 and into the infield, spinning around. A great piece of driving to lock it down. A great piece of driving to lock it down and keep that car out of the wall. A tough break for Randy Green. The yellow flag will fly. And I'll tell you, that all happened because Bobby Varin stayed out on the racetrack.
That could have been huge. Randy Green got up into somebody.
It's a 5:30, green flag at 7 o'clock. The 69 of Randy Green is back from pit road, as is the 19 of Jeseey Mueller. So good stuff for both of those drivers as they were major contenders for a top 5 finish here. We've still got 15 laps to go. Pick your winner. Here we go. Oh, my
Crash.
Johnson hopped the wall.
Wow.
I think Johnson got over the right rear of C.G. Morey, and that thing was headed to space.
No, it was Rocky Warner. Rocky Warner made a huge move.
All right.
I am not really sure where he thought he was going, but he made a huge move to try to get around Varin.
Now we're going to go a single file restart, trying to get this thing in without any more damage here. Drellos, Varin, Warner, Morey, and Brett Haas, your top 5. 15 to go. Here we go. Rocky Warner on the outside, and the one gets around Bobby Varin. He'll go to second spot. Varin going to try and repay the favor over in turn 3. Digs in and really drives around Rocky Warner. Holy cow, what a move by Bobby Varin on 3 tires. Rocky Warner giving it back to him on the outside. Unbelievable action. Trading barbs for second spot. 3 outside lane passes in a row. Varin fighting back on the bottom now. Bobby Varin on the inside. Rocky Warner on the bottom. Give it to Varin now at the start-finish line. Drellos driving away in the 111. Rocky Warner on the outside in the 1, fighting back, and he'll take over second spot. 5 position changes in 3 laps here, and Varin's not done on the outside either in the 76 car. Bobby Varin on the outside in the 76 is letting Rocky Warner know it's not over.
Another car that's come to life is Kenny Tremont. Tremont's picked up 3 spots in the last couple of laps as he is working the high line to perfection. Now he's got a ways to go to get to the back of Brett Haas if he's going to pick up another spot. But Tremont, that car seems to have come to life a little bit. Back at the front, Demetrios Drellos out in front. He's got a dozen car lengths on Rocky Warner, who's finally gotten away from Bobby Varin. C.G. Morey now closing in on Varin. That would be from third. Varin off of turn number 4 had a run at Warner, wasn't able to do anything with it. Kenny Tremont in 6th behind Brett Haas now.
C.G. Morey in the 14, Brett Haas in the 55, about to engage in a battle for 4th and 5th. But here comes Bobby Varin one more time. Varin is not done yet. He works underneath Rocky Warner up to second spot. That's the battle as they work down the back chute. Warner on the outside, Varin on the bottom on 3 wheels. Now Varin to the outside one more time in the 76. Warner bouncing around the bottom. Varin on the top, trying to sail it around. Oh, Warner squeezes him into the wall. Varin with a crossover in turn 1. Can't make it work that time by. He'll have to regroup down the back chute. 8 laps to go for Demetrios Drellos. The battle is for the runner-up spot. Warner and Varin. Unbelievable stuff. Marc Johnson in trouble in the 3J. Johnson coming to a rest on the back chute, and we'll go yellow with 7 laps to go.
Marc Johnson off the pace on the back straightaway. And holy cow, what a battle for the second spot.
Can you believe that?
Unbelievable racing there. And then throw into the mix the fact that Varin's got a flat left front as for, I don't know, half the dang race.
Yeah.
This is...
Oh, Rocky Warner going to pit road? No, I don't know. Warner stopped over at the top of turn 1. I think he wants to have a discussion. It looked like he was going to pit road, but he pulled left just at the end there.
In here, he doesn't want the same thing to happen to him.
Here's the best part. What if he's lying and just does whatever he wants out there, but we think that, he can't. I don't know. Maybe I'm just overthinking
the black
this.
Helicopter theory of things here.
Maybe I'm overthinking this, but it's a heck of a strategic move.
Yeah, absolutely.
Whether he's telling the truth or not.
Right?
Drellos and the Squirrel. Bobby Varin and C.G. Morey having the run of his life in 4th place. 8 laps to go for the C.J. Richards Memorial. We're back to green. Rocky Warner with a big start of the 1J. On the outside, the Jake Spraker used cars, number 1J to the top. Drellos on the bottom, hooks up in the 111. Drag race into 3. Warner on the outside. Drellos on the bottom. They're both bouncing around. Rocky Warner on the hammer, but it's Drellos to lead lap number 60.
Rocky Warner and his fan club, he has got a ton of fans in this place, and they want him to win this thing, but Demetrios Drellos is saying, I don't think so, as he is out in front. Warner in second. Third now is C.G. Morey. C.G. Morey backed it hard into the long time trials. He's in third now. Bobby Varin back to 4th. Up into 5th, Kenny Tremont. Kenny Tremont to the top 5, finally, with 6 laps to go. Out in front, Demetrios Drellos continues to show the way. Rocky Warner hasn't given up. He is throwing everything he's got at that 111. C.G. Morey in 3rd, Varin in 4th, Tremont in 5th, Brett Haas in 6th. Tim LaDuc in 7th still in that 54, now losing a couple of spots. Allison Ricci goes by. As LaDuc now works back to the inside on Jeseey Mueller, but out front, Demetrios Drellos showing the way with just a few laps to go.
Bobby Varin has gotten his way back around C.G. Morey up into 3rd place, and here comes Kenny Tremont in the 115. Brett Haas right there in the 55 as well. Bobby Varin on 3 wheels around the outside of the 14, and it's not over yet. 2 laps to go, and Rocky Warner is making a run at the lead. Rocky Warner in the 1J on the outside lane. The 111 of Drellos on the bottom. Warner may have something here in the final mile. 2 laps to go. Into turn 3, they'll see the white flag when they come back around. Rocky Warner around the outside, trying to pull even with Drellos. It's Drellos off turn 4.
Down to turn number 1. Rocky Warner backs it in. Oh, Warner hit a rut. It's over. Demetrios Drellos down the back straightaway. Rocky Warner hit a rut in turn number 1 and threw it all away. Checkers will fly. Drellos wins it. Warner second. Varin is third. Great run for C.G. Morey to fourth. Kenny Tremont winds up in 5th. Brett Haas 6th. 7th goes to Green. Jeseey Mueller. Nice finish coming home in 8th. Allison, Ricci, and Tim LaDuc winds up in the top 10.
Demetrios Drellos in the Gatorworks number 111 is the winner of the C.J. Richards Memorial presented by Carrera Masonry and Concrete, a first career win here at Devil's Bowl Speedway. An outstanding race for the King of Dirt Series 358 Modifieds. If you're taking off right now, folks, we thank you for joining us. We hope you can see us back here again for another event later on this season. Don't forget the Vermont 200 weekend coming up on September 15th and 16th. 200 laps for the Sportsman Division, $10,000 to win. It's never been done before, and we're going to do it right here at Devil's Bowl Speedway.
Demetrios Drellos getting ready to get out of the race car. The helmet is already off. Removes the head and neck restraint system as he gets ready to climb out of the race car. Here he comes, ladies and gentlemen, your winner, King of Dirt Series 358, Demetrios Drellos, out of the race car. And the Rocky Warner fan club is not happy, but you'll have that from time to time. Oh my goodness. Right out here, bud. Demetrios Drellos, what a run there. This thing was bad fast tonight.
It was just battle of attrition. You know, the track, you know, Mike does what he does, and he does a good job with it. Tonight was a little rough, and I just tried to find the smoothest spot on the racetrack, and once Bobby Varin, I saw him got a flat tire, and I followed Bobby for a while. He's one of the best, and you know, once I saw him got a flat, I tried to determine where Rocky was going to go, and I just stuck to the bottom, and it worked out for me.
On the last restart, it looked like he had something for you down in 1 and 2, coming to the checkered flag. He hit a rut and got away. Were you going to be able to hold him off?
It got me nervous, I'll tell you that. I was taking it easy those last 5 laps, just trying to keep my car together. It was that running the bottom is tough here, especially when there's a couple holes there. But I did get a little nervous when I saw Rocky creep in there.
There you go, Demetrios. Congratulations, man. Nice job.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
There you go, ladies and gentlemen. Your winner, King of Dirt 358 Modified Series, Demetrios Drellos, car number 111. Will take home the win here at Devil's Bowl Speedway. Bobby Varin, who won the further race in June, comes home in 3rd. And the Flying Squirrel comes home in 2nd, gave it a valiant effort, but last time through turns 1 and 2 just did not work out for him.
you. He gon' give it to you. X gon' give it to you. He gon' give it to you.